Hey, horror fans! Once again, it is me, the Horror Miser Monty G. It's time to do another horror movie review. This time we review the thriller horror film called The Ledge. Yes. Now, The Ledge is a 2020 UK horror thriller film and was directed by Howard J. Ford and written by Tom Boyle. The film stars Brittany Ashworth, Ben Lamb, Nathan Welsh, and Elias Parello. Now, in this film, a climber trapped on the face of a mountain fights off four killers stood on an overhanging ledge 20 feet above her. Oh no! Perhaps one of the more interesting setups in horror movies is stranding a person or a group of people in the wilderness, where they have to avoid wild animals like bears or crazy people and see if they can survive. The certain situation, whether it's in the jungle or where it's in the wilderness or trapped in a cave or beneath caves, and there you got this one person or you have this group of young people that are trapped, they can't get out. Some of them, this is not their natural element, and you bring in some tension and suspense by adding in a wild animal such as an alligator or a bear or some other type of animals that you can think of, or you can have some crazy people that live out in the woods or cannibals if you want to go that way, and you get yourself some nice good horror movie setup. Now, horror movies such as Wrong Turn, Backcountry, and The Descent are good examples of this subgenre of horror. So, British film director Howard J. Ford brings us his entry into this story, a horror thriller film called The Ledge. Now, the setup is simple, as we see best friends Kelly and Sophie are out to climb the face of a huge mountain when four men, college buddies, arrive next door. They're all hugging and all happy to be there. We get to see, obviously, the alpha male named Joshua. He's there. And they start flirting with the girls. And it doesn't take long when insanity ensues when Joshua, the leader of the group, tries to assault Sophie after a night of drinking. Things take a turn for the worse when Sophie, while trying to escape, falls down a cliff and afraid they'll go to jail. The men kill her. Oh no! Meanwhile, Kelly, who's recording the whole incident, runs back into her cabin and starts climbing the face of the mountain with Joshua and his friends running right behind her. And that's basically the whole setup of this film. Kelly is trapped on the mountain. She can't go down. She can't go up. The men decide to try to climb up, or they decide to try to backtrack and see if they can meet her halfway. And she's trapped on the mountain with nowhere to go. Now, the one thing I was impressed was how well this film is shot. Now, Howard does a great job in creating tension and suspense despite the low budget on this film. Now, what I read in IMDb says that the budget was about 2.5 euros, which is about 2.8 million in US dollars. And I thought he did a pretty good job in setting up how the stage is set, how he filmed some of the action scenes. Very well shot for a very, very low budget film. We get excellent shots of Kelly climbing the mountain with the men right behind her. We have moments of dread when she might fall or she gets stuck. There are some great moments and some great tension and suspense that goes into this film where she's stuck on a mountain and certain things are happening. I won't say much because I won't ruin it, but it does put a lot of emphasis of danger that she's in. And we can also say that obviously Kelly doesn't seem to be the type that wants to climb a mountain. She seems to be an amateur, but she does a pretty good job. It also helps that the men, especially Joshua, are creeps. There's one good man in the film that has some morality in the group. However, they're all bad men, and this allows the audience to start pulling for Kelly and hope that she can make this out of the situation alive. And I thought that was a great way how they set up. Speaking of the men, Ben Lamb does a fine job of making everyone hate Joshua. He really makes you want to despise this guy. He's arrogant, he's sexist, he's also very manipulative, and he seems to border on being a sociopath. He's a terrible guy. Now, as the movie progresses, we learn that he and his friends have a secret regarding an incident where someone was killed, meaning that this isn't their first rodeo. Obviously, something happened in their past when they were teenagers, and I guess they feel kind of bonded, if that's you want to call it that, but you can tell they're really not friends. I thought Brittany Ashworth does a pretty good job as Kelly. She portrays her as scared, nervous, angry, and afraid, but she's also very brave and determined to survive this encounter. We also get to learn something of her past as well as what led her into rock climbing and the reason why she and Sophie are here at the mountain. I thought it was very heartbreaking to see when we see what happens to her past and the reason why she's there and the reason why she wants to climb this mountain. Now, despite the low budget, we do get some decent gore and nice practical effects. There is one scene in the film that will definitely give you, ooh, God, ooh, that looks nasty. I won't say what it is, but it's not pleasant looking. Now, again, most of the rest of the actors, they're serviceable and it's not going to win any awards. And some shots do look like it was on a soundstage, but Howard and his team have put together a well-paced horror thriller film. Like I said, you have a strong female lead, a very bad guy that everyone will hate, and you can't wait for him to get his comeuppance. So I'm going to give The Ledge 3 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. Giving 3 out of my 5 bloody gold coins. It's a nice thriller horror thriller. It's like it's not going to set the world on stage. It's not going to change the horror genre at all. But like I said, Brittany Onsworth did a pretty good job as Kelly. You got Ben Lamb. He's despicable as Joshua. Some nice practical effects and some decent shots on Kelly trapped on the mountain. You got yourself a very serviceable horror thriller film, and I think you guys will enjoy it. So there you have it. That is my review and video for The Ledge. Hope you did enjoy it. And if you did, please give it a thumbs up, like, and share because it does help out with the YouTube algorithm. Also, if you have seen The Ledge, I think it's out on the 18th of February of this month on VOD on demand and some streaming services. But if you have seen it, let me know what you thought about the movie in the comment section below. Also, if you're new here, please hit that subscriber button and ring that notification bell. That way you'll be notified anytime when I put a new video such as this one. Once again, my name is Lon Smith, better known as the Horror Miser Money G, and always remember that horror rules. Ha ha! And I'll see you in my next video. I'm out.